Hi guys, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking all about Parfum de Marly. So I have two full-size bottles. I'm just going to show you guys the bottles real quick. They are super girly, super cute, very feminine. I need to get my nails done, so don't look too hard at the nails. But they have these fun little cute tassels on here. They have like a little bit of a raised aesthetic to the bottle. Some of the bottles are opaque and then some of them are clear where you can see the juice inside. This one's Mealy Aura. This one is absolutely stunning. This fragrance, when I first wore it, I actually had a sample of this first and I wore this to the pool and it just was like the best day ever. You know when you just like can't stop smelling yourself? That's how I felt with this, and it warmed up in the sun really nicely. It's just a very, very pretty fragrance. So Parfum de Marly definitely has its DNA. It's very feminine. They do have some men's fragrance as well, which I absolutely love. They go both ways, very unisex. I know a lot of women wear the black bottle and they really like it. So it just depends on your preference, but they all are very, very, very beautiful. So I do have Delina exclusive right here in a sample form, which I actually like better than the original. I feel like it has more of like a sexy feel to it. It's a little bit more, there's something to it that's just more sexy to me that I absolutely love. And I don't smell the incense as much inside of the exclusive, but they were out of the exclusive, so I ended up getting the original, which is still extremely, extremely beautiful. I know for a lot of women, this is like their signature scent. These are niche fragrances, so they are a little bit more expensive, but they are definitely worth investing in if you like more of that, like, I call it kind of like a ballerina type scent. It's just a very, very beautiful, rosy, pretty, like gorgeous scent. So it's kind of like that princess vibe, ballerina vibe. It's so pretty, and I knew that I wanted to get a couple of these because they're just absolutely stunning. The next one I want to get a full-size bottle of is the Saffenad, which is spelled like this. Let's see if I can get it to show on camera for you guys. It's really hard to see. So this is the Saffenad. I love this one. I'm just going to spray a little bit. I have so much perfume on today. I'm wearing Menthol, so I don't want to like overspray myself because I have meetings this morning. I'm wearing Menthol Dark Purple today, and a little bit of Mango Skin Layered, so I don't want to be too much. I don't want to be too, you know, over the top. So the first thing that I really smell inside of this fragrance, and you can see the color is so dark in this fragrance. It's more of like that amber color, which you definitely smell the amber in here. There's this amber, there's this warm floral, like it's a fruity warm floral, but it's not fruity in the way you'd think. It's more of like the orange blossom. Like you really, really smell like the ylang ylang, the jasmine. This one's a very warm, rich, velvety floral that smells absolutely divine. Like this one would be an amazing, amazing, amazing bridal fragrance. This one would be good for an everyday perfume if you wanted something very elevated. It's just a really gorgeous, gorgeous perfume, and the lasting power of this one is phenomenal. I had this on all day when we were shooting our reality TV show, and it went for hours and hours and hours, and I even got home and I could still smell the perfume on me. So I think I did like 3 sprays of it, and that was more than enough to smell that all day. I did get like one person who said something about it. They said it smelled very warm, very pretty, and so yeah, that's this guy right here. It's absolutely stunning. Highly recommend smelling it. It's absolutely divine. So now we're gonna smell the Delina exclusive on this side. Delina exclusive is just absolutely beautiful. You do get a lot more of like a vanilla. You're also getting some vetiver vibes in there, which is why I think I like it better. I love vetiver. Vetiver is one of my favorite fragrance ingredients. So it does smell a little bit more nighttime versus Delina smells very daytime. It's very fresh. It's very much like a bouquet with a little bit of that incense in there. Like it's very much a ballerina fragrance. It's very much rosy. Whereas the Delina exclusive, you can still smell that really beautiful rose. It's a absolutely gorgeous rose. I absolutely love it. Delina exclusive is definitely more more rich. It's more deeper. It has more depth to it. It also has those notes that kind of bring it into more of a night fragrance, or if you're just, that's your personality and you're more of that like bold, daring personality, the Delina exclusive is absolutely divine. So I personally love Initio perfumes. I personally love like more of a bold niche fragrance. So for me, I absolutely love the exclusive. And I'll probably end up getting a bottle of it because I do like the vanillas, I do like the vetiver, and this one just, it's absolutely beautiful. It does open with a little bit of like a fruity vibe, so I'm not quite sure what the fruit notes are in there, but it is really pretty. And the dry down is absolutely lovely. It smells so sweet, but it's not like a sickly sweet. It's more of like a what is she wearing sweet. It's very beautiful. So now on to Delina. So Delina is, again, comes in such a cute bottle. So you have the tassels, you have that like imprinting on here. It's just so cute. It looks really good out on a counter. And the fragrance, it's lighter, it's more crisp. The rose is more of like that kind of crisp, sweet rose, and then you get the incense in there that gives it a little bit of like a heatiness. There's a little bit of a fruity vibe for the top note. So the notes that are in this one are Turkish rose. That's why it's more of that crisper, cleaner rose. You have Lily of the Valley, which brings it up into this like bouquet of just so feminine, so beautiful. You have Lily of the Valley, which makes it more of like that wedding day bouquet. Like this would be a really great bridal fragrance. You're also getting the peony in there. So between the peony, the lily, and the Turkish rose, it just smells ultra feminine. It's such a gorgeous blend. And then it goes into the tangy notes of the lychee, rhubarb, and the bergamot. So it's sweet, yet it does have a little bit of that bite with the bergamot. So it's kind of sweet, a little bit of tangy upon first spray, and then it goes right into nutmeg, vanilla. You have white musk, and you have cedarwood and incense. So that really brings this like warmth and depth to it. When it dries down, you can really get that incense, but it's not like a dirty incense, and it's definitely not even like a churchy incense. It's more like a, I don't want to say like confusion, but it's more of like a what is that? Like when you smell it with the rose, I think it really is kind of like patchouli almost in terms of how it just warms up the rose. So it gives the rose kind of this like mystery and this aura of just, sorry, they're mowing the lawn outside. But it gives the rose this mystique that is just very beautiful. This would make a fantastic, unique, I would say this is still a unique perfume. I don't smell this a lot on people when I go out. I know it is extremely popular for a niche fragrance, but it would still make a good unique wedding day fragrance in my opinion. I don't really feel like a lot of people are wearing this. I don't smell it. I live in Orlando. I talk to a lot of people every day, and I really don't smell this too often. You know, I smell a lot of the Baccarat Rouge 540. I smell a lot of Chanel. I smell a lot of Miss Dior Cherie. I smell a lot of like Armani, but I don't smell a ton of this. And one thing that I've started smelling out in the wild, like when I leave my house, that's what I'm referring to, is I have been smelling a lot more Xerjoff, which is really interesting to me because it is such a niche line. So I'm wondering if it is because we do have such a fabulous perfume boutique here that carries Xerjoff and people are starting to discover it more, but I have smelled it quite a bit, especially at like parties and places where, you know, people are dressing up a little bit. It is more of kind of that night fragrance. I've been smelling a lot of it. So I've been smelling like the Alexandria 2, Cruz de Sur 2. I've been smelling a lot of that lately when I'm out and about. So that was really interesting to me. I have smelled quite a bit of the one that I own and that I love and that I wear quite a bit. So I think that's just kind of funny that, you know, people are starting to pick up on that and wear that more and more because it is such a unique fragrance in my opinion. It's not a for everybody fragrance. Not everyone's gonna love Xerjoff, but it is an amazing fragrance house. The next perfume that I want to get from Xerjoff is gonna be More Than Words or potentially Alexandria 2. I love both of those. They are absolutely divine. There's so many Xerjoffs that I really want to get. Xerjoff is obviously one of my favorite houses, so I will keep collecting those. But until then, let's talk about Mealy Aura. So this one is absolutely beautiful. It has a very hard to pronounce name, at least for me, which is why I just try and say it fast and get out of the way. But I absolutely, like I said earlier in this video, I fell in love, love, love with this fragrance when I wore it to the pool. And it just has this very like summer vibe to it. I'm gonna spray a little bit on. Mealy Aura is just an absolutely stunning, bright fragrance. And I've had friends who've smelled this and are absolutely obsessed with it. It's crisp. Upon first whiff, it's very crisp. It's almost like biting into an apple, like a green apple. It's sweet, but it's not too sweet. It has that crispness. And I'll read you guys the notes. So there is Dreamy Rose, Jasmine Tea, which gives it kind of that perfect white tea fragrance. Ylang Ylang, which kind of warms up and plays with that jasmine, really pretty. You'll notice that a lot of jasmine perfumes have Ylang Ylang in there. I feel like those two kind of are you know, BFFs. Like you find them a lot in a lot of perfumes because they just play very well together. And then there is fruity berries and a lemon essence. So it gives it that sharp kind of clean, fresh, floral fun. It almost kind of reminds me of, there's these candies my grandma used to have that were like little hard candies that were covered in this like sugar. They were kind of like a sour sugar. Because this definitely has a little bit of like a greener sour scent to it, like almost like a sour fruity scent to it. It reminds me of those candies, and I forget for the life of me, I forget what those candies were called, but the taste of them reminds me of the scent of Mealy Aura. It's so pretty. It's just so clean. It's so inviting. And when I do wear this, people always comment how fresh it smells. It smells very fresh, very clean. There's nothing like heavy about this scent. So this scent makes for a good vacation scent. If I was going to like the Amalfi Coast, I would definitely bring this. This reminds me of just sunshine and playfulness and just very tranquil, very like flirty and sexy, like, but not sexy in like ooh, lingerie way. Just having fun, maybe drinking some like champagne on a boat somewhere in the middle of the most beautiful scenic views. That's what this reminds me of. Just fresh, fun, and inviting. And the scent does dry down, so that lemon doesn't always stay there. It's kind of like wears off after about an hour or two. I noticed that kind of drops more into a little bit more of a woodsy, so you do have some cedar wood in there. There is a little bit of white musk, I believe. And it just kind of slowly starts to taper into that, but it still keeps its fresh vibe, which is really, really pretty for any spring or summer day. So this will be one of my top worn fragrances for summer. I already know it. I haven't used a ton of the bottle, but I can guarantee that come end of summer, this bottle will probably be halfway, if not empty, because I'm going to be using this almost every single day. It is so pretty. Between this and Delina, it's like the perfect summer combo. I don't know if I would wear this as like a bridal fragrance. I mean, I guess you could, but to me, this really, really evokes more of like that fun kind of playful energy. So this would be more of something for like the perfect vacation for summer. So if you're heading somewhere fun, maybe you're going somewhere tropical, maybe you're going to Saint-Tropez, I would bring something like this. This would be absolutely perfect for that. Okay, so I'm looking online and I did notice on their actual website, they carry a masculine discovery set, a feminine discovery set, even though it is sold out. They do have Delina in a 10 ml, which obviously it's better to always go with the full size if you can. But if you just want to smell it and wear it and kind of see how it plays with your skin and how you like it during the day, that's a really great way to try it out. It's $60 for the 10 ml. But they're sold out of pretty much every other discovery set, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I absolutely highly recommend. Pretty much any of the Parfum de Marly, I'd say, is a very, very safe niche, almost borderline, you know, common, because I feel like it's just become more of like, it's more in more stores now. It's kind of become less of a boutique fragrance and it's more well known. So So I feel like this would make a very safe bet if you're buying for maybe someone who typically likes rosier scents. You really can't go wrong. Like, I don't know a single person who doesn't like Delina or Delina exclusive or you know, any of the other fragrances. Like, I'm just gonna run through some of their other fragrances that I've smelled that I absolutely love. When I first smelled Delina, I wasn't blown away. This is like just my own personal thing. When I first smelled it, I was just kind of like, oh, it's pretty, but it's not something that I like absolutely need or that I absolutely love. I have smelled Orianna, which I liked, but I didn't love. I thought I would love Orianna because, and maybe I just have to revisit it. Orianna is very, very, very sweet. It comes in a hot pink bottle, which I find very cute. I really like the aesthetic of it. I'm just going to show you guys. This is kind of like the vibe that you get with Orianna. And I really thought I was going to love, love, love it. But I think what it was, and I'm going to pull this up because I know that there's something in there that I just wasn't really, really into. It was probably the fact that I feel like there was something kind of powdery about it, and I'm not a huge fan of powdery fragrances, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was just that it was the marshmallow, Rihanna's favorite fragrance from whatchamacallit, from Kilian, by Kilian, is one that I'll wear, but I'm not like obsessed with it. It's something that I'll wear, you know, daytime, something fun I'll wear, you know, every now and then, but it's not one that I grab and go to. That's kind of how I feel about Orianna. Like, it's very pretty. I would totally wear it, but it's not something that I would typically grab for. Being someone who likes Initio, I typically gravitate towards more of those complex scents, more of those fun scents, but I do like my playful, sugary scents when needed. Like, it's totally a vibe thing. It's totally a mood thing. But the notes in this one are mandarin, Italian bergamot, grapefruit, orange blossom, and black currant. The heart notes are going to be raspberry, chantilly cream, and marshmallow. And then the base note is going to be muskmallow, and yeah, that's it. So muskmallow is the base note. It's just really, it's a great fragrance. It's just not something that I would wear day to day, but I may get it, I may pick it up, we'll see. So Herod is the one that comes in the black bottle. It is one of my favorite fragrances from Parfum de Marly. I do not personally own it, but every time I'm in the store, I have to spray it. I love it. I think it smells amazing. It's definitely something on my wish list to get in the future, because it is super unisex. I feel sexy wearing it. Like, I feel like it's almost like wearing a black leather with a cute lacy black top. It's just very sexy to me. I absolutely love, love, love that vibe. And then Cavalli was another one that was really pretty, but it didn't strike me as something that I like needed to have. The notes in this one are gonna be red currant, Bulgarian rose, which I'm not a huge fan of Bulgarian rose. I like more of the Turkish rose. I like more of, there's like another rose damask is another one that I really like. But you know, Bulgarian rose isn't bad either. I'm a lover of all things rose, but I just have like my very specifics. Like, I like that more kind of like fresh cut scent, or that like young flower smell. Transparent white flowers, plum accord, mimosa absolute, plumeria and petilia, and then the base notes are sandalwood, tonka bean, and vanilla pod. Judging off of this description, this sounds like something I would blind buy in a heartbeat. But when I smelled it in store, and maybe I was just overwhelmed by all the fragrance that I was smelling that day, Cavalli didn't really strike me as something I needed to have in that moment. But maybe I'll go back and smell it again, because I feel like this is something that I would love. I feel like this is something that I would wear like all the time. Like, it's just something that is a no-brainer. Like, you could throw it on and go. It's just a really pretty scent. So this may be something that I do get, you know, down the road. It's just not something that totally jumped out to me when I was smelling the entire line, going through one by one. The Delina exclusive was definitely one that jumped out immediately. Herod was one that jumped out immediately. And Mealy Aura was one that jumped out immediately. So those were my top three that really jumped out and stood out to me. I do like that they do have a body line, so you can get like shower gels, body creams. The hair mist is a really great way to have it kind of scented throughout the day. If you were, you know, a bride and you wanted that Delina to be all over, like just covered in Delina, you could do that with that. And there is a hand cream as well. It's just ultra luxurious. I love the femininity and the playfulness of Parfum de Marly. It just seems like very princessy to me, which I love. And the next one I'm going to talk about, let me open this up. So we've talked about quite a few of them. Sedberry was one that I did want to talk about because I know that that's talked about a lot in the fragrance community. A lot of people love it. A lot of people talk about it. And Sedberry is very, very, very pretty. I find it to be very, very, very feminine. So the top notes are Italian mandarin, so you're getting that playful fruitiness with lavender, bergamot, so it's very light and almost kind of like sunshine in a bottle. But then the heart notes are going to be iris, jasmine, and tuberose, which the tuberose doesn't smell old lady. It's very much warmed up by the other notes to smell more like just really pretty, very elegant. And then the base notes are amber, patchouli, sandalwood, and vanilla. It's just an absolutely stunning, beautiful fragrance. This one is actually on my list of things that I do want to pick up eventually. I have like the world's longest, most expensive wish list, and eventually, you know, I'll work through it, but I want to kind of pace myself as well because there's just so many perfumes that I feel like you can really get overloaded, and there's ones that you end up not wearing that much. And that's definitely how my collection is starting to kind of get, is that there's ones that I haven't worn at all yet, and I want to definitely pace myself out so that I'm not like not enjoying my perfume. I really want to enjoy every single perfume and kind of create a relationship with every perfume, which for me is like creating memories in the perfumes. That's really like important to me because when I spray something on, I remember what I was doing during that time, or I'll remember what, you know, event it was or where I was or who I was with. And that to me is just like part of the perfume experience, is the memories that accompany the perfume. So this concludes our Parfum de Marly journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up. And my next video, I haven't planned it out yet, but I do have so many fragrances that I want to talk about with you guys. Definitely gonna be doing a Sephora unboxing of everything that I got during the Sephora annual sale, and I am thinking about picking up a couple more things from Sephora. I did get a lot of fragrances. I am revisiting Alien, Angel, and what was the other one? I got another one from Terry Mugler, and I just wanted to kind of revisit those, so I did pick those up to review with you guys. The one that I picked up was a pink bottle. I forget the name of it, but those are going to be a review coming soon, and I have some other ones. I did pick up Dior the One, so yeah, there's going to be some fun ones coming, and yeah, so we do still have more to review for like sample kits too. I have Fragrance Du Bois, which I did actually give away PM, which was one of the ones in here. We'll talk about that during the video. It's like a spicy jalapeno. Wasn't really something that I knew I was ever gonna wear, but I have a friend that's, well, he's my husband's friend, they work together, who's really getting into fragrance, and I wanted him to smell it because I figured he might like it and get more use out of it. So there's definitely fragrances that I give away because I'm like, this isn't something that I'm going to wear. So if it's like a little sample vial, I'll just give it to a friend because I like to declutter. I don't like having like a ton of stuff. It's overwhelming to me. So as I go through stuff, I'll just give stuff away, or, you know, find someone who would like it. This one is Floricu, so I'm going to be doing a review on this. This has the cutest bottles for the full size, and we'll talk about that in the review video. I'll show you guys what that entails, but there's quite a few in here. I absolutely love the packaging, but yeah, there's quite a few. So we have a lot to review. I literally have so much stuff I haven't even tried yet. Like, I don't think I've tried any of these guys yet. I haven't tried any of the Fragrance Du Bois, but besides Demi's perfume that's in here, that's the one that I love. Like, I definitely will probably get a full-size bottle of Demi's fragrance, but yeah, so that's coming down the line for you guys. I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you're watching from and whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next video. Hi guys, so we did just get back home. We went on a little shopping adventure today. We got some plants, we stopped by La Jetterie and got some perfumes, so I'm going to show you guys the haul. I did take off my acrylics, which I've had on for a really long time, and I just did natural nails. Pardon all the Cuts and Scrapes. It's from Walking Louie, believe it or not. He's kind of reckless. But these are my natural nails, and I just gardened, so they're a little bit of a mess, but really pretty. I just did one coat of bubble bath. It is gel. And after the gel wears off, I'm just going to be doing a strengthening treatment. So anyways, we went to La Jetterie. I got 3 fragrances, and this is part of the Parfum de Marly video because after doing my review, I kind of fell in love with Sudbury. So I ended up getting it. I have the box right here. I haven't opened it yet. But the reason I tell you that I have natural nails is I can't just rip it open anymore. I have to actually cut open all of the packages. So I'm trying to be nicer on my nails, not as harsh on my nails. So when you have natural nails, you have to be a little bit more dainty and delicate. This is it in all its beauty and glory. It smells amazing. My husband actually helped me pick this out. This was his top fragrance today, so absolutely love it. It's in an opaque bottle. Oh my god, my nails are probably so bad. They're probably so dirty. But it's in an opaque bottle, and it smells heavenly, amazing, so good. So when I was reading the notes online, I'm just gonna spray it on my sweater for you guys. I kind of fell in love with it. It's very like clean, pretty white, a little bit peppery. I'm gonna pull up the notes for you. It smells slightly sweet, but not really. To me, it kind of smells like one of those markers or crayons. There was these like flavored crayons or crayons that smelled like food from a long time ago that we used to use in class, or maybe it was markers. It smells like the grape version of those. It was markers. It smells like the grape version of those markers. I really like it. It's a little bit unusual. It's not your like common fragrance. It's definitely a little bit more unusual. So it has Italian mandarin in the top notes, lavender and bergamot, which you guys already know I love. I love like kind of that light fresh, kind of herbally. Then jasmine, iris, and tuberose in the heart notes. You can really smell the tuberose. It really comes through. It's not like an older tuberose, but it definitely leans a little bit more mature. And it plays really well with the jasmine. I feel like they dance really well together. And then the base notes are amber, patchouli, sandalwood, and vanilla, giving it that warmth and that kind of like sweeter warmth. Definitely warms up the tuberose a lot. The sandalwood isn't super prominent. It's more of a sweet sandalwood, and so is the patchouli. The patchouli is almost not even detectable. It just kind of gives it a little bit of like a little bite. So the other fragrances that we did get, which I will be doing a review in a later date, is the Amabile by Xerjoff, which I've already reviewed multiple times. I've talked about this multiple times, but it does deserve its own very own video because it is amazing. And then I also got Basilica by Milano Fragrance. This one smells incredible. My husband actually got this to wear. And it's really a great value. So it's 100 ml and it was only $140. This one's actually really incredible. I liked a lot of the ones that I smelled. They had ones that smelled a little more gourmand, ones that smelled a little bit like a drink, like a fancy drink, a craft cocktail. It was a really interesting house, and there's things that I really loved that I'll probably end up getting in the future. So check this line out, this house out. It's really great. This one has thyme in the head notes with rosemary, so super herbally, which he tends to like more of the herbals. The heart notes are going to be warm milk accord, labdamen, incense, and then the base notes are going to be cedarwood, capriol, and santamonol. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but santamonol. And it just smells really good. So he really likes that one. And then of course Xerjoff, you guys know I have like a love affair with Xerjoff, but I just wanted to conclude this for the Parfums de Marly. It's like 2 days after the fact of me filming, and I during my review was like, you know what, I really love the house and I want to explore more of it. So I ended up going in to smell a couple more, like I talked about in the video. I liked Cavalli, and when I went in, like I liked how it looked online, but when I went in, it wasn't anything that excited me. It's very pretty, but you know, for the price point, it wasn't something that super excited me. This one just is so beautiful. It's not like anything I've smelled really, like it just smells really fancy, very elegant. It is something that you could wear every day if you're a little bit more into that more white floral elegant vibe, a little bit sweeter. But this is gonna be something that I'm gonna wear to maybe events or date nights with husband. This is the one. So I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you in the next video.